guys hunt in amazing packs. Have you guys all seen Jurassic Park? The original Jurassic Park where they talk about velociraptors and how they hunt. One comes around one side, one comes around the other, and they herd the prey item into the middle. That's exactly what hunting dogs do. They will break off and split off in the pack, and they'll get a weaker, a sicker, an old animal, and they'll get it separated, and then they'll surround it. And that's how they have such an amazing hunting skill. But why they're so persecuted is, I know you guys have probably heard about big cats and lions and stuff, and how they do a kill bite, and they wait for the animal. Well, these guys don't. If there's 15 dogs and they're hungry, they basically just grab the animal and eat. So that's one of the reasons they're so highly persecuted, because people, us people, we don't like that. We think, oh, that's so sick and so gory, and that poor animal that they're eating. Well, it is sad. It's sad that other animals have to die to feed them, but that's the way of the world. That's nature. And so these guys, they're just doing what they know best. They were made to hunt, they were made to kill, they were made to eat, and that's what they do. But they've been persecuted for that because of the way that they do it. The other reason that these guys are endangered, you guys know these are endangered, right?
Yes.
They're endangered. Do you know that they're the second most endangered predator on the continent of Africa?
No. What's the first?
Second most endangered predator. The first is another canid called the Ethiopian wolf that has been hunted and persecuted into almost extinction. There's only 400 Ethiopian wolves left in the wild of Ethiopia. These guys at the turn of the century, there was 150,000 to 300,000 of these guys in the wild. Can you get to, anybody tell me how many there are now?
1,000 or 500?
It's a little higher than that, but that's a very good guess.
3,000?
3,000. Yep, we're about between 2,500 and 3,000 African painted dogs left in the wild. And that is a travesty. We've lost over hundreds of thousands of these dogs to rabies and distemper, because the farmers and ranchers in Africa don't vaccinate their dogs. So these guys are highly susceptible to domestic dog diseases because they're canids, just like other domestic dogs. So we've lost them to that. Actually, in the last 10 years, 20% of the dogs that have died in efforts to try to make the world better. They put roads through some of the reserves so people could get in there and see the animals and get a connection. But guess what? When you get roads in there, what do you get? You get cars in there. And these guys don't know what the roads are. So when they go and cross the roads, they're having a lot of roadkill now. Over the last 10 years, about 20% of the animals that have died, of the painted dogs that have died due to car crashes or human intervention by building the road. So even though we're trying to make it better, I'm going to hold on until the train's done.
What happened to the train?
He pulled his engine out, and then because they keep the engine on the side of the building. So then he pulls the engine.